Hey guys, what's going on? Hayden here. I know it has been a little while since I've done a video. Of course, if you saw earlier this week, I was sick. I've been trying to get over that. I'm feeling way better now. But there's been a fair amount of news that has come out this week that, of course, I was feeling sick earlier in the week, so I didn't really want to cover it because I couldn't really speak. But I'm feeling much better now, and I do kind of want to go over some of this stuff because some of it's pretty big. Three news stories in particular. I've got a Word document here. The first of which is the Zelda DLC. Breath of the Wild is getting DLC. I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but I kind of want to give my thoughts on this because this is a very divisive subject to say the least. I stand kind of in the middle of the spectrum. I'm not totally for it, but I'm not against it either. So let me explain where I'm coming from. The fact that they have announced DLC before Breath of the Wild is even out in the wild, before it's even been released, that's a little bit of a weird move. Nintendo's been really weird about their marketing with Zelda lately. They've been very tight-lipped up until about like 2 weeks ago, and they've just started revealing stuff like all over the place. Like I'm going into this game blind. Like I have not looked at anything ever since we got that trailer at the Nintendo Switch event, and there's been a little few things here and there that I've looked at, but like the last like 2 weeks or so, I haven't looked at anything, and I'm not gonna look at anything until, of course, I have the game in my hands, which is less than 2 weeks. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. The Zelda DLC, the fact that they announced it before the game is done, I'm not a big fan of that because then it kind of shows that like they've already maybe started working on it during the game's, towards the tail end of the game's development. The thing I liked about Smash Brothers DLC is that they got the game out there. They finished it, and then they announced the DLC. Well, they at least got the 3DS version of Smash out, and then they announced Mewtwo as DLC, and then more DLC as after we already had Smash Wii U. The point is, they started working on that DLC. My phone's vibrating. I gotta get over there on my bed. um, the fact is that the Smash Brothers DLC was made after the fact. Smash Brothers was already a completely complete game. And I'm not doubting that Breath of the Wild isn't going to be a complete game. Like that game looks like it just has endless things to do in it. But I don't know, the DLC, I kind of wish they waited a little later. It's coming off it just rubs me a little the wrong way that they announced it now. But it's not a huge deal because what is there for DLC is actually pretty interesting. Now, it comes in kind of three waves. So you buy a season pass for $20. The first wave of it, you get three new chests in the Great Plateau, one of which has a Nintendo Switch branded outfit for Link to wear, and then the other two chests contain useful items. We don't really know what those are, but I guess that's kind of cool. Could get you maybe a bit of a jump start at the beginning of the game. The second DLC pack that was kind of the weakest one. I don't have it on screen with me, but you get like an extra you get like a cave of trials or something, which sounds something like sounds like the cave of ordeals from Twilight Princess, that huge massive dungeon with like every enemy in the game. And it's like I guess there's like an extra map mission or something. I don't know. We don't know that much about that pack yet, but it's not coming off as crazy interesting to me. And that comes out in the summer, the second pack. Now, the third pack, the holiday one and the final one, actually seems pretty interesting. You're gonna get like a completely new story. Um, oh, and I wish I had it on screen with me. But basically, you guys know what I'm talking about. The holiday pack looks really good. Um, the only problem that I have with this DLC, of course, besides them announcing it, is that, Breath of the Wild is this big, huge, single player, immersive experience. Or so it seems. I mean, let's be real, it's gonna be. The fact that there's content in this game that is being put behind a paywall, of course, that is external to the game, you have to pay to get this stuff, which is a means external to the game itself. I feel like it might take me out of the experience a bit because with Twilight Princess HD and the Wolf Link amiibo, you got the Wolf Link Cave of Trials thing, basically the Cave of Ordeals, but you play through it as Wolf Link. And the fact that there was this seemingly tangible part of the world locked behind a paywall, it just kind of took me out of the experience a bit. Like when I'm playing a game like Zelda, I want to just be there and like in my chair, just completely immersed in the world. Like I don't want to think about anything else other than the game. I don't know, like a paywall, I feel like it's gonna take me out of the experience a little bit. Now, with that said, I'm sure it will be fine. Once I actually get the DLC in the game and I start playing through it, I'm sure I'll completely forget about the fact that I even paid for it. But it just feels like a weird game to have DLC in for that reason. But again, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. So that's kind of where I sit on the DLC. I think what is there, for the most part, content-wise, is pretty cool. I just think it's a little weird how Nintendo went about it and how it's not exactly, it's breaking the immersion. It's basically my little nitpick. But anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is Pokemon Go is kind of alive again, in a matter of speaking. That's not a real phrase. What am I talking about? I'm I don't know. I'm crazy. But Pokemon Go is it's a thing again. The Johto Pokemon have been released properly into the game. You don't have to only hatch like 5 of the Johto Pokemon. No, you can get all of the Johto Pokemon now. I mean, maybe not Lugia and Ho-Oh and the dogs, but the legendary dogs, but you can get Johto Pokemon now by regular means. And I gotta say, it's actually kind of brought me back into Pokemon Go a little bit. Not a lot, and that might be because there is like 7 feet of snow on the ground right now. We got hit with 3 snowstorms within the past week, and it is really making me not want to go outside at all. Um, but I have caught a few new Johto Pokemon. I got some Ladybug, I got Hoot Hoot, Hoppip. I got a few Johto Pokemon. Um, it's just the fact that like I feel like this might be too little too late. It's brought some people back, and I can actually see some people like when I'm walking around on campus, like at school, I can see some people actually playing Pokemon Go again and setting up at Pokestops and whatnot. But I don't think this is gonna be enough to last very long because Pokemon Go, I mean, people say it's dead. It's not dead, but its user base has certainly dwindled from its original peak in July. Um, but I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It's again, it's brought me back into the game a bit. And I love how the Johto Pokemon, they actually perform very differently than a lot of the Kanto Pokemon when you're trying to catch them. Like for example, um, some Pokemon would, or most Pokemon would just jump and that would throw you off when you're trying to flick a Pokeball at them and you might miss. But now sometimes Pokemon like they move side to side. Like I think Ledybug, he'll like move like in the air side to side, or like Hoppip, I think will like stay up in the air for a little bit before coming back down. It's really cool. It makes you learn all the different Pokemon. So that's a nice little touch. And there's some new items in there too, some different berries that help with different things. But overall, Pokemon Go has seen a bit of a rise in its popularity, at least from what I can tell in my town. Um, and it's brought me back into it a little bit. I just wish there wasn't so much damn snow outside. Like seriously, I'm looking outside right now, and like the snowbanks are absolutely hilarious, just how big they are. Um, that's Canada for you, though. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that the eShop, your purchases on the eShop on the Switch, seemingly seem to be tied to an account. Finally. Oh my God, Nintendo. Why did it take you this long to do this? So the story behind this is that someone got their hands on a Nintendo Switch early. It got shipped to them early somehow, some NeoGAF user, and he's been posting all sorts of stuff on NeoGAF about it. Of course, I'm not going to put anything picture or video related in this video because I don't want the Nintendo ninjas coming after me. But he posted, I guess, a picture of some eShop option or whatever. I read about it like yesterday, and it seems like you're finally going to be able to get like anything that you purchase now is tied to an account. So seemingly, if you buy something on the Switch, you've got that data now that you can just download for free on your other systems. Like maybe if I downloaded something on the Wii U and I wanted to play it on the Switch, it's already there on my account. I don't have to pay for it. I just have to download it onto my Switch's hard drive, which is so cool. Now, we don't know if it'll actually, I don't think we know that if your previous 3DS purchase and Wii U purchases will be able to be played on the Switch for free, but it looks like from now on, if you purchase something, you've got it for life. Thank God. That took way too long. I'm tired of buying Mega Man X the third time or Super Mario World. Like that's stuff like that's just inexcusable. Like I want to be able to play that stuff whenever, and it's not exactly convenient for me to bring my Super Nintendo with me everywhere I go. So that said, some pretty cool stuff here. I just wanted to give my thoughts on this stuff because, again, it's kind of what I do. I like to give my opinions on Nintendo stuff that comes out. But what do you guys think about this stuff? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the Zelda DLC, Pokemon Go being kind of relevant again, maybe, and the eShop actually having an account system now where your purchases are with you for life. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not already for more Nintendo goodness, hopefully more consistently because I'm feeling better now, and make sure you follow me on Twitter and all that good stuff. Alright, peace out guys. Bye.